Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Cortensia Carty.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us for yet another episode. The numbers are racking up.
Yes.
It's hard to believe that we're here, but you know what? We're grateful. So thank you so much.
Yep, on this lovely Tuesday.
Thank you for reminding me, since I seem to get my signals crossed. Not the first time for today, but I promise you I'll definitely get the day right. All right, we're moving on to the latest in local news. This by way of a Sniper press release. The St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association, SNIPA, extends congratulations to 4 Snipearians who took the oath of office, the oath of allegiance, and the oath of secrecy at the swearing-in ceremony of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party administration. One of SNIPA's founding fathers, the Honourable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, was appointed Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Youth, Social Development, Gender Affairs, Aging and Disabilities. The Honourable Conrus Maynard, an alumnus of SNIPA, was sworn in as Minister of Public Infrastructure and Utilities, Information, Communication and Technology and Post. 2 SNIPA alumni have been appointed as senators in the National Assembly, the Honourable Iselin Phillip and the Honourable Dr. Joyal Clark. Dr. Clark will also serve in Cabinet as Minister of Sustainable Development, Environment, Climate Action and Constituency Empowerment. President of SNIPA, Moriel Knight, who attended the swearing-in ceremony, said, quote, "I am proud of the accomplishments of our former members. They have each, in their own way, demonstrated a will to place country above self, and I am confident that the training received during their time at SNIPA will go a long way in allowing them to execute their duties," end quote. Such a great story. It's almost like one of those coming-of-age moments, right?
Yes, indeed. And as I asked Moriel already, if he wants to be the next Prime Minister,
You'll have to wait for about maybe 25 or 30 years.
We'll have to
you
wait
never
and
know,
see.
right?
Yeah, indeed. We continue now. This from SKNIS. Come the new academic year, 2022-2023, and going forward, students attending at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, that's the CFBC, will receive free tuition. Speaking at the swearing-in ceremony of his Cabinet of Ministers on August the 13th, 2022 at the Warner Park Cricket Stadium, Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew underscored that education is the key to our children's development and success. The Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Drew, said, and quote, "My brothers and sisters, we also heard the cries of students whose parents could not afford to pay the cost for them to attend our Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. The education of our children is simply too valuable to be wasted. Under your new Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, we will invest more resources in our educational and training institution so they can lead the charge in equipping our young students for 21st century opportunities. Therefore, your Labour-led government will immediately provide free tuition for all students to the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College going forward," end quote.
Great time to be a student.
I know.
Yeah, it's a blessing, actually, to have that.
So I can go back to school again. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, you are an adult. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, within reason, right? All right, well, it's a great time for political news. So we're moving on. This from One Media. The Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, Prime Minister of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, hinted at the possibility of 2 St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party candidates, each being assigned the role of ambassador for St. Kitts and Nevis. During his speech at the Saturday, August 13th Cabinet swearing-in ceremony held at Warner Park, Prime Minister Drew mentioned that Kenneth Kenny Douglas, SKNLP candidate for St. Christopher No. 5, and Leon Nata Nelson, SKNLP candidate for St. Christopher No. 7, will soon carry the title His Excellency. Nata Nelson and Douglas were the only SKNLP candidates that were not successful in the August 5th National Assembly elections of St. Christopher and Nevis. However, since the swearing-in ceremony of cabinet ministers, some people have been questioning why Nata Nelson and Douglas weren't appointed as senators in the newly formed government. But the law doesn't allow for this provision to be made. Kenneth Douglas, in 2014, was appointed the St. Kitts Nevis ambassador to the Republic of Cuba under the former St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party administration. Leon Nata Nelson, however, will become ambassador for the first time. The appointments will be accredited by the Governor General, acting upon the advice from the Prime Minister. So we've got 2 new ambassadors, well, one former and one new ambassador. be reinstated, yes.
But I'm learning so much since this election about the procedures and the various parts of it, because I didn't know if you were nominated to run in elections, you cannot be a senator, until I read that last night. We continue now with our weather. So it's partly sunny with a 40% or moderate chance of a passing afternoon shower. There is a high of 90 and a low of 75 degrees. It was hot yesterday, wasn't it? It was roasting.
Hot all day.
Roasting. Your hourly forecast for now, just about 82 degrees Fahrenheit. So remember, stay hydrated, try your best to stay cool, and we'll see you after this break.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need, because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN, and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us, and yeah.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Moves anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. If you're just joining us, you are in time for our regional news. By way of a Hero CPL press release. The Hero Caribbean Premier League, CPL, and Stars for You have teamed up to create interactive digital avatars, a first in cricket. These digital avatars of Hero CPL players and commentators will offer messages and greetings that fans can share with friends and family. These avatars will be available for purchase one at a time or via a subscription, with the platform due to launch very soon. These lifelike and engaging digital versions of your favorite cricket stars will be available to download via Hero CPL's digital channels, with many avatars available, including Nicholas Puran, Danny Morrison, Chris Green, Kieran Pollard, and Sunil Narain. Pete Russell, Hero CPL CEO, said, and I quote, "Yet again, Hero CPL is at the cutting edge of fan engagement, and we are really pleased to be working with Stars for You to bring this exciting product to our fans. The world is moving more and more into the digital space, and we will continue to strive to make sure CPL is a front runner in this regard." End quote.
All right, I've got dibs on your avatar. You're gonna be next.
I know.
I'm teasing.
We should get our own avatars.
No, Cortez.
Yes.
No. By the
Since
way,
we reported on this, we need our own avatars.
no. No.
You don't say. I'm going to ensure we get our own avatars.
No. I'm telling you, guys, no. Okay, that's one bad idea. No. I'm glad the cricketers are getting theirs. No for us.
They're hearing us, you know. Avatars on the rise. It's coming soon. Jamie and
Only
Hortensia.
Hortensias, not me. Moving on to international news. William Ruto wins presidential poll. This from the BBC. Deputy President William Ruto has been declared the winner of Kenya's presidential election amid dramatic scenes. He narrowly beat his rival Raila Odinga, taking 50.5% of the vote, according to the official results. The announcement was delayed amid scuffles and allegations of vote rigging by Mr. Odinga's campaign. 4 of the 7 members of the Electoral Commission refused to endorse the result, saying it was opaque. Juliana Herrera, the vice chairperson of Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, the IEBC, said, quote, "We cannot take ownership of the result that is going to be announced because of the opaque nature of this last phase of the general election. We are going to give a comprehensive statement, and again, we urge Kenyans to keep calm," end quote. This was the first time Mr. Ruto, 55, had run for president. He has served as deputy president for 10 years, but fell out with President Uhuru Kenyatta, who backed Mr. Odinga to succeed him. The 77-year-old former prime minister, who got 48.8% of the vote, was running for president for the 5th time. World politics, never a dull moment.
And it seems to be that season. And that's good. It shows you that he'll keep at it until he wins. So there might be a 6th time.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, there you have it for the
there you go.
latest today. Up next, guess what?
I'm
We
not good at
have
guessing.
Jillian Morris. So we advise that you stay tuned, and our oral avatars will be coming soon.
No. See you.
Come on, Jamie.
I need some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and, most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same, because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
Yeah. I know we can make it. It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be one kind, yeah. One people. We are roll up to roll out, yeah. 'Cause no man's alone. Do what's right, alright. 'Cause I love you, brother, my sister. And we're in this together, my sister, my brother. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up to roll out.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
Welcome back, and prayers do get answered. Jamie did not want to be an avatar, but guess what? You'll see shortly. When it comes to sports, there are various techniques that are used in addition to the game itself to keep us entertained. These can range from things like halftime shows and mascots representing the competing teams. Today, we will be talking with someone who is very excited about cricket, CPL. Cricket specifically, and the Universe Boss 60 tournament that is scheduled to take place in St. Kitts and Nevis. The 60 will be in St. Kitts from Wednesday, August 24th to Sunday, August 28th, and CPL will be in St. Kitts from August 30th to September 4th. And today we have a celebrity who gained her status in the cricket stands. Gillian Morris has won Fans of the Match in 2014 as Tanty Merle, and again in 2018 as PJ Mask in Trinidad. And this year, she is added again in the upcoming matches in St. Kitts because she is going to try to regain that title. She loves to entertain by wearing her costumes and bringing out the personalities of her puppet. So yes, we have a puppet that resembles my co-host. Look at him, right there. Right there.
I know you guys don't see it. Just say no. Say no to Cortensi.
Right there. Oh my God. So welcome, Julian.
Oh, hi.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good.
Lovely, lovely. So we see some of your puppets on display. I know you'll show us later, but first, tell us, how did you get into this type of entertainment?
Okay, well, how I got into it in 2016. I was still looking in my directory, and I saw this entertainment thing called Chuckles Entertainment Company Limited. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to check it out. And a person by the name of Sharon, she got me involved in my puppets.
Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely.
All right, so we see that the puppets are on display here. As you can tell, Hortensia is very mesmerized by your puppets. Let's talk about the personalities. One of them doesn't even speak English. Is that correct?
One of them speaks Spanish.
One of them speaks Spanish. Wow. What's his name? Because I imagine that you named them.
Okay, that one, my Spanish puppet, his name is Jose.
Jose. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Oh.
Great. Jose.
Thought it might have been Jaime.
No, she wants to give me a puppet name, as you can understand, Jillian. But I'm really fascinated by the display that you have here and the fact that it's very engaging, and I imagine it's engaging not only for children, but also for adults. Is that one of the things that you like about puppeteering?
Well, what I like about puppeteering, I like to make my fans laugh and everything like that. And my fans at CPL, they like to laugh. And they like a good, humorous entertainment. And this is my first time with my puppets at CPL and 60. So I say, you know what? Let me go and show them this. And then I also have an idea for the teams of the 60 and for the different teams of CPL. So if the managers or the owners could give me could let me talk to them for 2 minutes of their time, I have an idea that would help the children. It's very educational. My idea would be very educational for the children. It's a very learning experience with my idea, and it would also bring tourism for the different countries.
I love what I'm hearing. I love it, Julie.
So when the puppets are performing, are you in control of them?
Well, kind of, yes, I am.
Ooh. So Jamie, you work on your own, huh?
She still wants me to be part of your act, but I'm not going to. Hortensia, if you want your own puppet, you'll have to talk to Jillian privately, okay?
Don't worry. I'm working on my avatar. Since you don't want an avatar, I'm going to give you that one at the end that looks just like you. Just like you.
All right, so let's talk about what your fans say to you, because obviously you've been doing this, for a while. You're a professional. Your fans, adults, children, what was perhaps the most exciting review that you got?
Okay, one of them now, with one of my fans, I was dressed up as Cookie Monster. This was in 2016. So this was in a party stand, Trinity Posse. I had actually won as Cookie Monster in 2016 as Cookie Monster. So these people, everybody didn't know who I was underneath this costume. Everybody thought I was a man underneath, and I was having a good laugh. So one of them goes and say, Cookie Monster, would you like to have a beer to drink? So I'm just going, cookie, and water. Because I'm like boiling in this costume. And it was really, really hot.
So what do you do to keep cool?
I drink a lot of water.
Okay, so you don't have any little fans in there to cool you off?
No, but this time I'm going to have a fan.
Okay, good stuff.
Your
very first puppet, what was its name and what was its personality like?
My first puppet I would say it was Goofy.
As in the dog?
Yeah, Goofy the dog.
Wow. The Disney character, yes.
Yeah, Disney character.
What did you like about Goofy? Why was he your first?
I just like I find him very funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that said, do you perform at children's parties and other events?
I usually perform at children's parties, and I also perform at the agriculture thing too.
Oh, so the agriculture fair.
Yeah, the agriculture fair and the night market for agriculture.
All right. So what costumes do you wear then?
Especially
at the night market. Let me be specific.
Okay, for the night market, I know I was dressed up as the Easter Bunny. And when I came up with this song, I came up with this soca song, and I had people laugh. I had people laugh when I came up with the Easter Bunny.
Laughter is good for the soul.
What I also do too, I do community work. I go every Easter and Christmas. I dress up as Santa Claus for Christmas, and I give out free gift for the children, free snacks. And then for Easter, I give out free snacks as the Easter Bunny.
Wow, I want to see all these pictures, but we're going to talk, and you're going to make us laugh, I understand, in the next few moments. So more with Jillian Mars in a flash, everyone. Stay tuned.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
Hey, my friend, what going on?
Not a thing. I just here cooling under this tree, about to eat a mango or two.
Where you get mango from all now?
Boy, Auntie Rose bring me some mango this morning.
Oh, gosh. What you hit me for?
You give me something to put on?
Girl, you can't just come tempting me with these juicy round pally mangoes and expect me not to want some.
Just because something looks appealing and you want it, doesn't mean you are entitled to it and that you should touch or take it. Your mother ain't teach you manners. Ask for consent first before you touch up the mango them.
But why ask? And if it's dear, it's dear. Just take it. Why ask?
Simple. If it is mine and you ain't asked for it, it is called, wait for it, stealing.
That's true. My bad. Okay. May I please have some mangoes?
I don't know. After that spectacle, I ain't sure I want to give you any.
You see that? But I ask.
Just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give. It is still my mangoes.
So what you tell me ask for then?
Because consent is everything. Had you asked first, I would have been more inclined to give you one. And just because you ask doesn't mean I have to give you. You got it?
Okay, I got it. Now, may I please have some mangoes?
Only because you're my friend and I like you. But that still don't mean you're entitled to it.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Good. Don't leave your mango skin on the ground, eh?
If you understand the importance of asking for someone's consent for a mango, then it shouldn't be too hard to understand consent when it comes to sex. The power of consent is everything. Ask first. If you or a friend has been sexually assaulted, please call 465-5000 for the counseling center.
This message was brought to you by No Judgment SKN and sponsored by the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the Department of Gender Affairs, and the Caribbean Development Bank.
It is puppet invasion here on Good Morning SKN. We have with us Jillian Mars, who's told us all about her puppets and her love for wearing costumes. And now she's going to show us some of what she does in a second. But before that, and I love the way that we could do an act because we're Morris and Morris today. That might work. You can take me on the road with you, maybe if I get a a bit more practice, Jillian. But for now, I want to know, in terms of children's parties and events, how can people book you?
Okay. My phone number is 669-2862.
669-2862?
Yes.
And it's just as easy as that.
Yes.
All right. So, Jillian, I'm going to get out of your way. I'm going to get out of your puppet's ways. I've already been interacting with this one, and he's quite feisty. So, take it away.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Eddie, and I'm very naughty. And this is my brother, Santos. So, for CPL and 60, we want to entertain our fans. So, I was wondering if you could let us go in for free and entertain the fans for the 60 and women's cricket. But the only thing now, for the men's cricket, I have no mercy on my fans because I'm going to dress up in my costumes and win my $500 US. Santos, please say good morning. Come on, my name is Santos. How is everybody today? Good morning. I hope everybody fine, you know. Yes, man. My father was from Jamaica, you know. I don't really know my father, you know. But I hope all you allow me to entertain my fans for the 60 and women's cricket and also one of the main matches for CPL. And I'm going to let my other two brothers entertain all you right now. Hola. 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 Buenos días. Mi nombre Jose. Good morning. My name is Kenny, and I would like to entertain my fans for CPL cricket. So, if you would allow me and my brothers to entertain you guys at CPL and the 60 cricket, we would like that. So, if anybody could let us come in for free, we'll be very happy. So, please allow us to come and entertain me fans. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Bobby, and I would like to come and entertain you folks for CPL Cricket and 60. And this is my brother, Tommy. Tommy, say good morning. Oh man, me so shy, you know. Hi, good morning, everybody. How you going? My name is Tommy, and I would like to know if you would allow me and my 5 brothers to entertain all here, you know. Please allow us to entertain. And this is our great-grandmother, Tanti Titos. Tanti Titos, say hi. Hello, my name is Tanti Titos, and these are my 6 great-great-grandchildren, you know. Oh boy, these great-grandchildren have me busy so badly, you know. I kind of all, you know. Man, my daughter was something else, you know. I can't believe she had so much of children, and she didn't know who the father of she children is. Oh, this is so bad, you know. Oh yes, me and my
great-grandchildren who really want to entertain all you for CPL cricket on 60, so please give us a chance, okay? So, say good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody is good today. And Tommy, say hello. Good morning. How is everybody? I kind of shy, you know. This is the first time I've ever been in TV, you know. I hope all you like me, you know. I hope the fans like me and my brothers, you know. So please, we really want to entertain all you know. Oh yes, I like all you too bad. I like never been to crowds, you know. And thank you very much.
Do you know that common baked goods such as bread and crackers are high in salt? Get salt smart.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children. Settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
Great news, everyone! SKN Moves is turning 3. And this year, we are going to celebrate bigly by bringing back the 7-week challenge. For week 1, we will focus on the importance of breastfeeding. In week 2, we will participate in the SKN Moves anniversary walk. Week 3, let's watch the In Your Kitchen I Rep My Community competition finals. Week 4, a healthy drinking water challenge. During week 5, it's all about mindfulness and our mental health. And no, that's not all. In week 6, we will learn about self-care and management. The celebrations end in week 7 with the Caribbean Wellness Week activities, National Fruit Day and National Sneaker Day. Come participate, celebrate and enjoy. Join SKN Moves and let us move toward a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am salt smart.
Representing for Good Morning SKN. We say good vibes, good energy, blessings and love. Voice rated.
Good morning. This is Karen of Paris and support from Paris Lamont. I want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Now we'll be discussing 5 historical moments that happened on this day, August 16th, throughout the years, on this segment of This Day in History.
This day in history, there was a
waiting
puppet
for it.
that looked like Jamie. Yeah, a few moments ago. That
Oh
it's
my
history.
gosh. Wow. I think I should be sideways because they actually just showed him. All right, so on August 16th, 1858, the first transatlantic telegraph message was sent. The message was from Britain to America and read, Europe and America are united by telegraphic communication.
Look at that.
Glory to God in the highest, on earth, peace, goodwill to men.
The Christmas song. Glory to
I thought it.
God, glory in the
Wow. The first telegraph message was sent so long ago, 1858. Oh, look at that. I love the picture though. The imagery is awesome.
Yeah.
The imagery is awesome.
Yeah, do you see that? And look at this.
Bridging continents, right?
Yes.
Bridging
But
the
do you
divide.
see this, the
The
lightning?
what? The lightning?
You don't see this.
No, I didn't see this. Yeah, I'm here trying to read the words because I understand, okay, that might be the telegraph message.
Yeah.
So I imagine in the first instance, what you see is a message going forward. It's like a call out, and I love that. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we can communicate
Yeah.
across the waters. It's so very fascinating to me.
And I liked how they fused the photos together. So it actually looked. Yes, yes.
This day in history. Wow. This is an interesting segment. One of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, I know. You didn't get an avatar, but you got a puppet. This day in history. I'm not going to let you live that down. So
All right.
It's going to
So,
make you get an avatar.
Here's some additional information for you. Apparently, the cable, which cut down the time of communication in between the two continents, was successful only for a few months. Only for a few months.
Look at
Technical
that.
difficulties led to the cable being closed in October of 1858. So can you
Oh.
imagine? August to October.
So it barely lasted, per se, 2 months.
Yeah.
But now we got communication forever. That's good. Times has definitely improved.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, in 1987, August is the 16th, I was just a mere 5 years old. The largest worldwide meditation event lasted for 2 days and was organized by New Age author Jose Aregues. The dates for the event were chosen because of their astrological significance. Oh, wow. So 2 days to get the mind in order.
It's worldwide. Can you imagine
Yeah.
that? There's a harmonic.
Everybody.
I think that's my default when it comes to meditation, and I really don't know anything else, which is terrible because it's a whole art, isn't it? But the largest worldwide meditation, to be able to get so many people across the globe to do that in however many different languages, says
I
to
know.
you, hey, there's a way that we communicate, which is effective anyway.
Mhm.
Do you sense a theme, though, that we're talking about communication?
Yeah.
This day in history?
So we're communicating silently when we and then
That's
we,
not silently, Cortese. I heard you. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. I love your definition of silence. This is funny. All right, so we're continuing our discussion of everything that happened, about a lot of interesting things that happened on this day in history, August 16th. All right, so we're going to the year of 1898. 1898. The United States Patent Office awarded the patent for the Loop roller coaster to American inventor Edwin Prescott. First installed in Coney Island, New York, the roller coaster was able to carry only 4 people at a time.
I looked at the picture and I thought, that's dangerous. Because it maybe the structure was good. Because it obviously passed the test, right? But
Listen, I'm trying to remember if I actually went on the ride. Because I remember Coney Island came here, and then I went to Coney Island itself, right?
But
Not
did
when
you?
It was here. I went to
Okay.
I went to Coney Island in New York.
So have you ever been on coasters?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's possible. It's possible. I think the one that I didn't want to go on was a Ferris wheel because I just felt that it was too.
Oh, but Ferris wheels don't normally go fast.
Yeah, by the time you get to that age and you're seeing all the movies where everything can go wrong, you kind of just figure you're safe on the ground.
I went on the largest Ferris wheel in the world. Guess which one is that?
Okay, London.
The Eye.
The Eye.
Yeah, the Eye in London.
Okay.
And then I went to Thorpe Park in the UK, and I went on the Swarm, and I went on the Stealth, and I went on the Samurai, and I'm trying to remember the other name.
Look at you, roller coaster
I went on,
queen here.
what's this? It's a big Colossal. The only one I didn't get to go on was the one that was turning up and go bam, because I wanted to do that one. And then when we went to Universal Orlando, I went on the Hulk. That was really, really fast. I went on the Harry Potter ride. I went on Inferno. I went on Rip It Rocket. Yeah, I've been on a lot. I went on the Mummy. I went on Jurassic
You realize
Park.
what's going on here, right? She can open her own theme park.
Yeah. I rode a few.
You can actually be a critic of these rides.
I can actually
I think you've earned that privilege.
And the Jaws ride was the worst. Yes, it was just a lot of fire and dun dun dun, and then I had he just pops out of the water and like, okay, Jaws, calm down.
If that worked in real life, if only it did, right? Or in the movies.
No.
Yeah, try petting Jaws on. I was going to say
been on a
whatever
lot.
that is. Yeah, on the sheet.
And like the Swarm in Thorpe Park in the UK, once you go up, you end up turning over, so you feel like you're flying, like the Hulk in certain events. Because in the Hulk, we were told to empty your pockets. A certain person didn't listen, and I lost some money in the water. Because when you got turned over, and you went that fast. Should I say? I'm not going to tell you because it was a lot. $105. Yeah.
105 pounds, right?
No, that's US. That's why we went to Universal
US.
Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 105. That's great. You made somebody really rich.
I know.
Or a lot of people really rich.
Yeah. So in 1960, August the 16th, Cyprus attained freedom from the British Empire. The London and Zurich Agreement, signed in February 1959, gave independence to Cyprus and set up a system of governance based on ethnicity. Oh, that's sweet. So they get to run their own show, basically.
Be self-governing. Cyprus attains freedom. And there was that period, though, around the 60s when all of that was happening. It's like Britain effectively wanted to give people their own self-rule.
Yeah. Maybe Britain had a lot of kids and they wanted to like let some of them be independent, go on their own.
Really? You really think that?
Yeah.
The whole timing of it was really interesting to me. I have my take on it, but we'll discuss it off here. I have my take on it.
Yeah, maybe they were.
You kind of wish it happened, I don't know.
I think maybe
150 years earlier, but hey.
I'm telling you, they figure we have a lot of kids. Let's just, some of you be independent, go on your own.
Well, that was the thing. I think it was a response as well to people wanting to be self-governing. That there's also the whole economic debate as to whether or not the resources were already exploited, and so it didn't make sense to keep us as colonies anymore where we'd be dependent. So that was what I was going to say off here, basically. But I said it. So, yeah, you got it.
But it wasn't bad at all. It was good stuff.
All right. So we go now to
this day in history.
This day in history, so much fun. We're coming up to the 1990s, though.
Jamie got himself a puppet.
1996, August 16th, 1996. Leonel Fernandez Reina was inaugurated as president of the Dominican Republic. At age 42, Fernandez was the youngest person ever elected to the office. Oh, look at that.
Looks pretty young.
Yeah.
And if you notice, most of our prime ministers or presidents of this day are within that 40-something range as well.
Depends on where you look. You know, if you look into the region, yeah. If you look to more developed countries, it seems like they're much older.
Yeah.
With the exception of perhaps maybe Canada being one of those things that come to mind, one of those countries that comes to my mind. Trudeau, rock star. Everybody
Yeah,
loves
I
Trudeau.
know.
Just about everybody
Sharp.
loves Trudeau.
Mr. Sharp himself.
All right.
Yes.
So this is so very interesting. So let's go back through what we learned already. The first telegraphic message in 1850. Who knows? We might be able to pull some of our viewers on this at some subsequent moment. Also, the cable as well.
Yeah.
First day of harmonic convergence, which was when you were doing your whatever it is that you were doing, not so silently over there, right? Yeah. Oh, now you're doing it silent, guys. Now she's silent. All right. And I think the most engaging one for me, well, apart from the self-governing one, which was Cyprus, was the loop roller coaster. That was a little fun element, right?
I like roller coasters, so that was definitely it for me. Yep.
Yeah. So next time I sing "Here We Go Loop the Looper," that song is in my head.
You're gonna remember that it was a roller coaster.
To remember the year 1898.
Look at you.
And that it seated 4 people.
Here we go loop. So only 4 persons can play then. Here we go loop.
Oh no, we've evolved. We've so evolved. We've so evolved.
I know.
Onto rides that I'm never gonna take in my life.
Why?
Anyway, I'm safer on the ground.
Listen, no. This is what we're gonna do. We have a bucket list to complete, okay?
No, you
as
have a
hosts.
bucket
No,
list.
we.
No, you.
We're getting an avatar.
You.
We're swimming across the Nevis.
You.
We're going to a theme park and we're gonna
All
ride
you.
every ride, including the Superman.
All you.
No, that's you. Remember, I rode almost all the rides.
That's right. So
So
that's
you
your
have to
bucket
follow
list.
now.
My bucket list
My
includes
bucket-
going
that's
break and
ticked
coming
off
back in
already.
about 50 seconds. We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Self-health management refers to the measures people take to manage their own health. You and I should remember to wash hands often with soap and water, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Take your temperature morning and evening. Watch for symptoms. Persons with diabetes or hypertension are reminded to take your medication regularly as prescribed. If you have no symptoms, you may carry out your normal routine and boost your immune system. When you are outside, avoid public spaces and wear a mask at all times. If you develop symptoms, put on a mask and seek medical care. Do not take public transportation. Inform the doctor of your travel history, any contact with confirmed or suspected cases, your occupation, and whether anyone around you has similar symptoms. If you become ill, please rest at home. Wear a mask and isolate yourself from others in your household. If you share a bathroom, disinfect daily using 1 part bleach to 10 parts water. Everyone must work together to reduce the spread of the coronavirus.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. During the latest, we reported that 4 of the new cabinet members were either founding members or alumni of the St. Kitts National Youth Parliament Association. The sky is falling. You see that, Jamie?
Confetti from the 100th episode still falling down. Yeah.
Such organization introduced its members to parliamentary procedures, including debating. Now, suppose you didn't really want to debate. You just wanted to learn how to speak confidently in public. That is what Jamie and I are here for. So today, for Loosen Up, we are going to provide you with some public speaking tips.
I was going to say, did you guys read my lips? I'm like, disclaimer. That's what we're here for. We'll find out what
We'll find out what we can and what we cannot do. Yep.
This is so funny. I'm like, why are you picking us to do this? We just shoot the breeze all day. That's all we do here. If that's called public speaking, well, hey, it's a thing, right?
We got this.
We'll find out.
We got this. You gonna take? Okay. So, know your audience. Do some research on the people who will hear your presentation. Try to understand why the audience is listening. What you learn can help inform what you say and how you say it.
All right, can we leave that up for a while? Because I do want to go over it, perhaps even sentence by sentence. So do some research on the people who will hear your presentation. Well, that's definitely true. If you're speaking to a bunch of 5-year-olds, you're not going to be using big words, are you? You're not going to be giving examples that they possibly don't know anything about.
No.
Right? Okay, great. Try to understand why the audience is listening. Well, that's a really big one.
Yeah.
It's almost laughable because sometimes you're at conferences, you know that people are there, they don't necessarily want to be there, but they have to be there, or, you know, so you're going to have to try to make it more engaging. If you figure that they're genuinely interested in hearing 1 or 2 things, then that's when you can begin to focus your speech on those things and hopefully make more of a connection. So I could appreciate that.
Yeah. So that is exactly, and your audience, you said, like, we had the puppets this morning. So if we're engaging children that are 5 and under, we can use the puppets. And then I think that's why persons often ask, so what did you learn? What did you get from this to ensure that they're actively listening and they're being engaged and they're understanding what's being said?
Absolutely.
So that is so correct.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And honestly, some of my favorite presentations, I don't even know if it's here, but some of my favorite presentations have been when the speaker involves the audience.
Yes.
You're either looking to the audience for a response or you're randomly picking people from the audience to do something during the presentation. So it's not just static. It's there is that sense of feedback.
Yeah, or you're waking up the audience too if you sense that they're drifting off. So you get their attention by doing something fun to see if they realize, or say something funny to see if they realize what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And we also have what you learn can help inform what you say and how you say. Well, obviously. And I think also if you're mindful of the audience, you'd be sensitive to things that are culturally specific. For instance, and I still don't understand why this is a thing, because I think it's offensive regardless of who says it. But there are people who get offended when the N-word is used by people of a particular race or ethnicity.
And then they turn around and use the same word
because
amongst
it doesn't
themselves.
mean the same thing culturally. That's what they say, right? So things like that, I suppose, if you know your audience, you'd be more mindful of, you know, not saying things that are as offensive or like. Very engaging stuff. Public speaking.
Public speaking can be intimidating at times because most people freeze.
Yeah.
You can hear it in the voice. Some, like Les Brown, I remember when I listened to him, he said when he was younger, his teacher got him into that because he had to go on and introduce the play. And he was so afraid when he got out there. And then his teacher said, no, you have to go back. And then eventually he went and he said, this is Mimi Brown's little boy. But he did it, right? He introduced the play. And he said after that, he got the name Alfalfa. Because they're making fun of him because of his voice was trembling and he couldn't do it right. But after that, he said he went out and he showed himself. Like, I got this. Because the teacher kept prompting him and pushing him because apparently he was labeled educable mentally retarded.
Really?
And his teacher told him never say that about himself.
Gotcha.
And he just pushed on, and now look at Les Brown, the biggest, baddest motivational speaker on the planet. Even in his old age, you can hear the age in his voice coming through, the raspiness, but powerful still.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. I feel like we should infuse some of our own tips here, so you're not going to necessarily see them on the screen.
Yeah.
But, when I think of public speaking, apart from knowing the audience, I would say present yourself genuinely.
Yes.
So be yourself. In other words, if you're accustomed to using particular vocabulary, you might want to jazz it up depending on the audience. But then you don't want to go overboard, because if that's not you, then that's not going to come across well.
Exactly. It's going to come off like, it's going to come off fraudulent.
Yeah.
Because it's going to look like you're trying to use big words and it just don't sit on you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so to each his own. Yeah.
All right, so here is the other tip for you, not our own now.
Yeah.
Be prepared. You wonder what preparation entails, because we were just talking about them. We were talking about not only knowing your audience, but also seemingly wanting to impress your audience. But where do you draw that line between impressing your audience and not being true to who you are in your presentation?
Indeed.
Because I think that's a major thing where some people get lost. And I'm going to say this much. I've looked at some of our lovely ladies when they're presenting and they're being asked questions. And I guess it's a formality of the interview process that requires them to speak in ways that they might not normally be comfortable with. And sometimes you can tell. Sometimes you can tell when they're very comfortable and they're like, okay, they're clicking. And other times you're like, what do I say here? There's a pause, there's an on, and there are things that come out that are not necessarily, as graceful as one would expect. And so I think preparation is key, but also authenticity in that preparation is also key.
Yeah, because if you don't speak well all the time and you try to speak well, you best believe a dialect is going to drop in somewhere. So I guess you have to practice and practice. And I guess that's why folks practice when they're debating, because they need to enunciate, pronounce properly, ensure that their words are in order. So I guess that's where all the practice comes, and the preparation too. Because Jamie, if you don't know about the topic, how are you going to expound? How are you even going to say things from your mind that you didn't write on a paper? So you have to do your research. Research
know your
is
material.
key. Yes,
definitely.
Yes,
that's another tip. Know your material.
Yes.
And I think knowing your material as well, knowledge is basic. So it's like you'll easily recall it. When you think about what knowledge is, it's a sense of recall. You should tap into that. It shouldn't feel like you are rehearsed to the point where, okay, I need to look at the script. Oh, I forgot a word. Oh, where do I go now? You know what I mean? You know it, so you'll be able to roll with whatever. I mean, we do that here often. We just joke about it. We're like, oh, well, But again, I don't know why we're experts on public speaking all of a sudden, because like I said to you before, we're literally
with
just
experience.
We're
With
literally
experience,
just winning it, right? That's what we do. Right?
With experience. So you see, look at that.
All right, so the fourth one. Memorize lines.
But we just spoke about memorization. Should we forget a line? Sometimes we tend to stop. And we normally see this happen with queen contestants, not knocking anybody, but I'm just saying, because they rehearse and rehearse and rehearse, and then you drop one line because you're nervous. You have all these people down there, and that's why sometimes I don't, you realize in tennis, everybody has to be quiet. I think when the ladies and the gentlemen are on stage, especially in their interview segment, everybody should be quiet until they're done, because one little and the person goes off.
Especially if you're not used to that.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you know what? You say that, but in terms of preparation as well, not only are we going to memorize lines, but perhaps when we're doing that, we ought to practice in environments that would best replicate the place of delivery.
Get our family to scream.
Let's get the noise, right? Let's get the noise in there and see how well we cope with it.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yes, get the family to scream. Here's the one that we were talking about, Cortez. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Number 5.
Yeah, of course. Grab their attention. So we do. Well, I think we grab their attention.
Grab it.
You
hold on for green death, but you got it. Just grab it. Just like.
I'm sure I grabbed their attention when I introduced Jillian and I said, we're going to see what Jamie's going to look like. Because I'm
going to pull the viewers on that one.
What is Jamie going to look like? A puppet.
We're going to leave that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to leave that. No, we're not going to pull you on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so you have to command the space as well. And that's very important, because we've seen presentations where people actually own the stage. And they're walking around with such confidence, they're doing things. And here's the thing, you don't even have to walk around. You literally could be there and you command so much attention just by your presence that's captivating enough. And then it would lure people in to hear what you have to say. So that's important as well.
Have you seen audiences that if the speaker goes that way, everybody looks that way?
Yeah.
Boy, those are good ones.
Yeah.
People are just wanting to grab everything. They don't want to miss a thing,
Mhm.
like the song. So they just
don't miss a thing.
don't miss
It's
a
that
thing.
good. It's that
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah, and I think make eye contact, that's a hard thing for a lot of people. Because
yeah?
people cannot look people in their eyes and speak to them.
Why?
Maybe some people get nervous, I don't know. I was always
Staring now. Let's go on through. I'm kidding.
I was always taught to make eye contact. As they said, it proves confidence and it proves, and they also say sometimes you're seeing into the soul of the person. So I don't know. But no, I can't see into your soul.
That's so deep, though. That's why people don't like eye contact. We're not used to it, right? So it's the thing. It's like you have
Peering
to
into the
practice
soul?
that. Yeah, it's like it's very uncomfortable. I know some people who literally just like they look at the nose or they look at something, they glance down. They're not like literally like you know, in your eyes all the time.
In your eyes. I'm in your eyes.
Oh, this is a big one for me. And I love this one. Don't fill the pauses. I remember listening to a lot of locals will know this woman, Polly Manchester, when I think I was preparing for an effective speaking competition.
One of my idols.
Back in high school. And she told us that there was an additional letter of the alphabet and it was called
Yeah.
And a lot of people say they use as a filler.
Yeah.
And when I said that to my mom was like, okay, whenever you're tempted to say just pick another body part. She's like, leg. And so we have this running joke when there's like a pause. We say the most absurd things like body parts. It's like arm, leg, ear. And you realize, well, you really shouldn't be saying that at all. So don't say. So in my mind, when there's a pause, I don't even say anymore. I just go leg, ear. And I go, this is so absurd. I'm not going to say that. So I won't even say it. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Right.
God.
So ridiculous. Right?
Yeah. And look, try to enjoy ourselves. We are
We do
enjoying
that.
ourselves as we speak, yeah.
You do that, and you know what? Know when to call it quits. That's not there, but I think we know that right now. We'll be back in a moment. See you soon.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday.
You like him?
No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though.
Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my kissed me. I was so shocked, I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children. Settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami I come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see, Sammy.
Did you know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
Yo, this is your boy Smiley of the Grandmasters Band, and you're watching GMSKN. Hey, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're watching GMSKN. What up?
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. Yesterday, we had fun with Judah Farai and Sandy Glasgow, two finalists from the I Rep My Community in Your Kitchen competition. Judah will be representing Lagreet Bastier and Sandy Cunningham Heights Kaon. Before that, we spoke with Jeanette Warner of Hamilton Nevis. And believe me when I tell you, they are all strong competitors with their communities fully behind them. Today, it is our pleasure to speak with our fourth finalist, Lesrania Thompson, who is representing the community of Cleverly Hill Sandy Point. So all four of these finalists will be taking part in the competition scheduled for Sunday, August 21st, at the Marriott Fire Restaurant. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Lesrania.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
All right. So as you just heard, the other finalists are raring and ready to go. Are you ready?
I'm born ready.
Ooh,
Ever ready.
All right. So that sounds like you are geared up to win.
Of course.
Fire.
Of course.
Fire came from Cleverly Hill.
There's no thinking about it. I am going to win.
Oh, wow. What gives you that confidence?
Just my self-esteem alone. And I'm very confident when it comes to cooking. I cook with a lot of love so that when I do serve people, they can also taste the love in the food.
Oh,
I like that.
That's sweet. That is so sweet. So how are you preparing? What is the practice like? Because we know it's beats. Without giving us too much information, because we want that wow when the time comes. How are you preparing?
Honestly, I'm not practicing. I'm a person that likes a challenge.
Okay.
So I'm actually waiting until the day to do what I have to do. I do not practice at home. I like it to be more of a challenge for me instead of having to practice at home and get a feel of it. I just want to go into it, get into it, and get it done without practicing. I mean, that for me is a plus because once I conquer something for the first time without practicing it, it's always a plus in my book.
Okay, so that's quite a different strategy from the one that we've been hearing.
Yes.
Was that the strategy that you used the last time you competed?
Yes, that is the exact same strategy because the breadfruit flan that I did for the first competition, that was the first time I did it on spot. I never practiced it at home. I never even got to taste it. It was the first time I did it on spot and tasted it as well on spot.
You did breadfruit flan. I love flan. Oh my God. So let's run here. You owe me some breadfruit flan, okay?
Sure, that's too easy.
Oh, I love it. That is so easy. So do you cook professionally?
Yes, I worked at Kitchen Hill for 5 years. I was a breakfast chef at Kitchen Hill until we had the pandemic, and then it was closed off. But I do cook at home. I do cater a little catering for my friends now and again in between. So it's always me cooking. It's always a reason for me to cook something.
So cooking has always been your passion?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good stuff.
It's one of those things that we're hearing because one of the other finalists said the same thing. They were working and then, with the pandemic, doors closed, and then you just reverted to what you normally know, already, which is cooking.
Yeah.
And I imagine during that point, I know you don't like to prepare, right? You don't like to be like, this is what I have to do, I'm going to do that. But have there been creative elements that you've discovered since you've been cooking at home that you didn't do before?
It's so much creativity because you can look at something simple and think that's the only thing that can be done to it. But when you open your creativity box, you will find there's so much ways to go about it. For example, we're accustomed to oats porridge, but when you do add the spices and stuff to the oat porridge, it gives it a whole different taste than when you don't add the spices.
Yes,
so that's for me, it's creativity as well. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be like right up there to be creative, but it's just a simple thing that matters in creativity to me.
I'm gonna call you Chef Bam because the way that you said that, you were like, you got spices. I'm like, wow, if that's how you cook, I imagine watching you is gonna be like its own show in and of itself.
So let's run here. What's your favorite meal to prepare?
I don't have a favorite meal.
Okay.
I actually don't have a favorite meal. I'm willing to prepare anything. It doesn't matter because, like I said, I'm up for a challenge. I don't have a favorite meal.
Okay, good stuff.
What about watching? Are you one of those people who likes to sit and watch other people eat, particularly when it comes to your food?
Yes, I do. Because I want the feedback right away. I do because I want the feedback right away. So yes.
So you're one of those persons that cook, you don't eat, everybody else eats, and then you eat thereafter.
And then I eat after. Because, sometimes when you do cook, it's like the food fills you up before you finish cooking. Yeah. So I rather share and watch people eat, and they compliment me, and then I eat afterwards.
Good stuff.
And then compliment myself, Because probably it might taste good to them, but off to me.
So you're hard on yourself?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
But still confident. We get that energy. Let's talk about how you got into the competition in the first place, because obviously you're a professional chef. What inspired you to compete?
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. My friend did a competition prior to this. Her name was Jamela. She entered a competition, the IREP competition, and she was the one that actually encouraged me and pushed me to enter the competition. And she was like basically telling me she know I can do it, so why not go for it? I was a bit skeptical at first, but then I got a little more comfortable within myself, and I did actually. That was the first cooking competition I ever entered in.
Oh, okay.
Would you do it again? Even after this?
Of course. Of course.
She got
without
this.
a doubt.
She got this. So would you recommend to, should I say that wing of government in sync is that we do more cooking competitions to engage yourself and other chefs?
Of course, I would recommend that because I believe in St. Kitts we have a lot of talented cooks.
Okay.
So why not showcase our talent, Why not give us something that we can showcase our talent, our cooking talent? Try different cuisines, get to taste different dishes from other people. So I think that's a good thing to do.
I gotta ask you, in terms of an ingredient that perhaps you've never worked with, but you'd like to work with, perhaps you'd fantasized about it, is there such an ingredient for you? What would you do with it?
Oh, that's a hard one. I never really thought about that, honestly. But when they brought the beet idea to me, I was going crazy for a bit because I'm like, beets? Only drink I know to make out of beets. What am I going to do, But then I really got into it and I really put on my thinking cap and I just exercised my brains a little bit more. And I think it's going to be hard to say because it's beets. I mean, everybody in a love of beets, but I think I have a good stat, so I think I will be good for the beets.
Okay,
but that was the most difficult
so far.
So far, yes.
So do you think after you would have done what you intend to do with the beets, that persons will eat more beets?
Of course.
Ooh, I just love the radiation of confidence over here.
Nice. I surely do think so. Because we're doing a sweet and a savory, so especially the sweet. I think they're going to love it.
Nice.
Okay,
nice,
so
nice.
hey, it is what it is. You already put it out there. Let's talk about the energy that you're getting from the Cleverly Hill community. What's that been like?
Let me say, it's not Clever Hill alone. It's like basically the whole of Sandy Point.
All of Sandy Point.
Yes, it's all love, to tell you the honest truth. Everybody in Sandy Point knows me for cooking. So it's just like a bit more encouragement to add to my self-esteem. It's all love. I haven't gotten any negative backlash. So I'm very thankful for that.
So do you see yourself opening a restaurant eventually in the town of Sandy Point?
Eventually, yes.
Oh,
But
okay,
I want to further my studies to be a sous chef. So I wanted to go
nice.
to study in Miami at one
Okay.
of the culinary colleges. So when I do get that, I'll come back and then probably start.
I like that. You'll return and you'll
sounds-
interject that in your society. That's
That
very
sounds
good.
really, very good. And the fact that you want to give back, as Cortenti said, to your
Yes.
community, that's great. All right, we'll continue this discussion when we come back from this break. More GMSKN in a flash. Stay tuned.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16, and your daughter at 13. So girl a look me, but me know you know that. Big man no deal with back pamba.
You understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
And we're back. And I know persons watching that watches every day knows Cortensia is a foodie. So this is my segment right here. So was it added pressure having the cameras and a limited time to cook?
No. I love working under pressure because basically when you work in a hotel, you get accustomed to working under pressure because sometimes it's more guests than you're accustomed to. Like maybe one day you probably have 10 guests and the next day you have like 100 guests. So you gotta always know how to work under pressure at all times.
Okay.
Nothing phases Les Ron.
I was gonna say.
Nothing in this. She really has it, huh?
I gotta say though, when I think of that, because it's not only just like the time limit. I imagine you have different people and all that stuff. Didn't you have any nerves at all going through that first competition?
No, I did not. The host, Sugar Bowl, was actually like, "You're frightened." I was like, "No." And he was like, "You got so much confidence." I was like, "I'm not camera shy. I'm not a camera shy person. I'm very out there, so it was just a walkover for me.
Oh man, listen, she has this in the bag. She's making this thing so easy. Now she has some what do we call it? Public speaking tips.
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah.
You missed the last segment when we talked about public speaking. Or we talking about cooking. Cooking tips would be the way to go.
So what have you not tried to cook before?
I want to try. I never tried Mexican cuisine, so that's something I'm dying to try. Mexican cuisines, and I tried Italian already, but Mexican is my main focus. Anything Mexican, I would like. Not the normal tacos and burritos, but the real into it food. I would like to try.
Why Mexican? Why does
I
Italian not do
don't
it
know.
for you?
Mexican, I mean, I heard people saying how good the food is, and I never tried it personally, so I would like to try it. And just the little razzle-dazzle to their food that they have gets me off the table.
Razzle and the
Yeah.
See,
I want to
Hortensia's
feel
feeling your energy. Hortensia's feeling your energy, by the way. It's coming over.
I am. So give a sportsman challenge to your competitors. Why would you say that you're the best and why are you going to win? Because I do that to Jamie all the time. Yeah. Is that a hard one for you?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I'm going to win because I'm confident in everything that I do. Like I said before, I cook with a lot of love. I always make sure that whenever I'm cooking, it's done to the best of my ability so that whoever is eating my food can also enjoy. That is one of the reasons I think I'm going to win. The next reason I think I'm going to win is because of the creative aspect of it. I'm not a plain person. I like to go beyond what I'm told to do. So trust me, if you give me beets, I'm going to give something that you never ever eaten with beets. So that's the second reason why I think I'm going to win this competition.
And again, was that a strategy that you used in the last competition? Was that a strategy that you used in the last leg of this competition?
Yes. I went for something that they never tasted or they never heard about before. And I think that is the actual reason why I won that challenge, because it was way out of the box compared to the other competitors that did the breadfruit. So I think that's one of the main reasons why.
Well, now you've got me curious. So what was it that you did that was extra?
The breadfruit flan.
The flan.
Flan.
Yes.
I don't cook, Cortezzi. I'm like, flan, okay.
Yeah, flan.
So what is a flan?
It's a creamy baked custard pie, but you just include the breadfruit in it with the spices and stuff like that.
It shakes like Jello.
Yeah.
But it's
Thank you
sweet.
to all of those, to those of you who don't cook, I'm representing you.
You can tell the foodie, right? I love a bad
So
flan.
that was what it was. Okay,
Yes.
I got you.
Was there a pumpkin ingredient?
No, we did not do pumpkin.
Oh, you
My
didn't do
ingredient
pumpkin?
was breadfruit.
Also, everybody got a different ingredient?
Every community got a different ingredient.
Oh, okay. So how many different ingredients did you have to cook with up to the breadfruit?
Just one, just the breadfruit.
Oh, just the breadfruit.
The breadfruit
Okay.
was the main ingredient, and you could add whatever little spice or whatever it is that you want to spice up the breadfruit with. But they had to taste the breadfruit in whatever it is they was doing.
Oh, okay.
And now they're going to have to taste the beet
The
in whatever it
beet,
is they're doing, which is
yes.
going to be a challenge because we
Yes.
know that beet on its own, it's just like,
The best thing ever.
Cortezia, really?
I love beet.
Why don't you ask Lasarani what she thinks about beet?
I don't think it's the best thing ever, but it's healthy and nutritious for sure.
Exactly. Blood builder, the best thing
So I guess
ever.
it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
that's what
Look
you
at
said.
that.
We're going to find out who the best chef is ever coming
Yeah.
up. Lasarani, again, we want to thank you for coming by.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much for having me. I enjoyed your company.
No, we enjoyed you too. It was a pleasure.
More GMSKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
I'm here to say St. Kitts, Nevis. You don't know for us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts, Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface or the places to go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, furlough, sanitize, observe the protocols all about. Be wise. Mask up, furlough, sanitize. Me family fitting boat and you. Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kittitian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love St. Kitts bad. Easy no man.
Welcome back. Now, if you have been tuned in to Good Morning SKN earlier today in our This Day in History, when Jamie became a puppet segment, we mentioned that in 1898, the patent for the loop-de-loop roller coaster was awarded. So it's only natural that we follow that up by telling you about some of the wildest roller coasters in history. So strap in, hold on. And hold on to your seat.
Yeah.
As we take this ride.
Looks like you're gonna fall out of yours.
Never. I never fell out of any roller coaster that I've been on. And I am an adrenaline junkie. When we go to the water park, I want to be popped out of that water slide more than anybody else. I even went on, you know, there's a ramp that you slide on by yourself that's a bit higher than that.
Guys,
Man, that's my favorite ride.
If you see Cortensia on any sort of roller coaster ride, just try to get below it. You might find some change. Story.
After losing that 105, I never put money in my pocket again. I make sure everything is in that locker. Because that was my park money for the entire day.
Guys, trust me, she's inclined to forget at some point, okay?
I won't.
Just try it.
No. I was trying to remember the roller coaster that I went on. We went up. We had to leave our shoes inside of this elevator thing. We sat down. It pulled us all the way up to the top. And then we just went bam to the ground.
You went bam to the ground.
That was sweet.
That sounds like an elevator that doesn't work anymore.
I'm trying to remember the character that it's associated with. It is a movie.
Well, you might see it here if it's one of those that you've been on. So it's
let's see.
10 of the wildest roller coasters. So here is number 10.
My cousin just showed me a new one. Ooh. So the Dodonpa, Japan. The Dodonpa is a steel roller coaster
When it opened on July the 16th, 2001, it was the fastest roller coaster in the world with a top speed of 106 miles per hour. That's 177 kilometers per hour, I guess. So the Dundapa used a compressed air launch system to send riders from 0 to 106 miles per hour in 1.8 seconds, making it the world's fastest accelerating roller coaster. Man, I want to ride that.
Can somebody say food compression? Seriously? You're talking about 1.8 seconds. You know how fast that is? You can't get from 0 to 60 in less than like 4 or 5 seconds. In a car, you're going nearly double that in a fraction of the time. That's crazy.
You know what I tried on a roller coaster that isn't as easy as it looks? Having your hands up. You swear those things are going to break off. Yeah.
Luckily for you, they didn't.
Because I put my hand back down immediately once I felt the pressure. I'm not going to be that crazy.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's crazy, though. Imagine the view from that, the top of that.
I still want to do it, though.
Amazing. Yeah, you can try it. Yeah,
like Saw had some serious drops, but they kept hiding it with the darkness, so you couldn't see it. But I've inspected the roller coaster once I came off of it, and I'm like, oh, that's what they were hiding. I can handle that.
Aha. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good for you. Normally, I would like the inspection to precede the roller coaster ride, but anyway.
I guess I like adrenaline, so
better for you, I guess.
That's why we should go. Bucket list for the co-host.
No, not me and roller coasters. But anyway, if you're out there and you're like Hortensia and you are, that enthused by roller coaster rides, then definitely check what's next.
You know what? You don't want to come out, just bring the puppet and tie him in really tight because he might fly out. How about that?
Yeah. Not quite.
You're not working with me here. You're not working with me here. So the Rip It Rocket to me is the next fast roller coaster. It's very fast. And Hulk starts off really slow, and once you hear Hulk smash, you just keep going, and then it turns over, and then it goes straight, and then it comes back up. So Hulk really smash.
Yeah.
Hulk really smash. And the Inferno, that's the one in Universal.
The Inferno.
Yeah. So it's painted in like fiery. That one goes really fast too, and that one turns over as well. And the Swarm in the UK, you start out forward, then you go backward, and then you go under. Like you're flying.
See if any of those made the list, because if not, that means that you've not been on the wildest rides.
Exactly.
So here's number 9.
9 look loopty-loopty. Whoopty-whoopty.
Yeah, it does look
and it's colorful. And you see it's over the water. I wonder if this is the Hulk.
I wonder where it is.
So this one
looks really interesting, I gotta say.
I know.
It's rather interesting. It looks like it's expansive. There are a lot of twists and turns, which I tell you I wouldn't be able to do, ups and downs and all that. So not as high, it seems, as the last one, although it could be my perspective. But it looks interesting. And it looks like one of those rides that I'll never be on.
You're no fun. You're no fun, man.
Not that. I'm sorry. Give me bumper car. Anything that keeps you close to the ground.
A bumper car? No.
Give me bumper cars.
The Mummy wasn't bad, but we got stuck in the Mummy, so we all had to come out and walk out of that. It's pretty dark in there, but
The Mummy wasn't bad.
Yeah, the Mummy wasn't bad. Because you just have the various things jumping out at you, blah, blah. And on the Jurassic ride, the dinosaur with he has some little wings by his face. I don't know his name. My nephew would know his name by park, and my nephew know all the dinosaurs. He just opened his mouth and spewed some water in my face. Yeah. I got there just in time. Then T-Rex is like, yeah.
Oh,
so I got wet in my face. Yeah.
That's funny. By the.
I don't know his name. My nephew would tell me.
I get you.
My nephew would definitely tell you what type of dinosaur he was.
Your nephew knows all these things. How many rides have you been on with your nephew?
No, he's not been. He's just 4, but he knows the name of dinosaurs.
Oh, really? Well,
that's what I'm saying.
A couple.
Not yet, soon.
Not yet, soon?
Soon.
Well, what does the guy
He's only
have to
4.
do
He's not even going to get to go on all the rides. They're going to say he's too short. Yeah, because remember, they measure him. So, no. He nor his sister hasn't been on any extreme rides. I wonder if he's that extreme. I think, because, you know what? I think he's going to become a geologist. Everywhere he goes, he picks up a rock. Don't ask me. I'd be like, why?
Guys,
AJ, why do you have a rock?
I'll just put it out there. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I told
your nephew, geologist. Anybody else who picks up a rock everywhere they go might be a vandal. Just saying.
No, but he has so many. Even if he goes out in the yard, Jamie, you should see the little. He comes back in with 4, 5, 6 rocks, and you're thinking, but they're just out, and he'd be like, they're cool. So
Like
I
I
picked them
said,
up.
your nephew, a geologist. Anybody else around that age? Oh yeah, we're pelting them.
No,
we're gonna get
and
in
that's
trouble.
the thing. He doesn't pelt them. That's the good
I figured
stuff.
not.
Yeah.
I figured not.
He calls them treasures.
Treasures.
Plain old
They're
rocks.
different, right? They're shaped differently. I guess they're engaging like that. Just as long as he doesn't take any of them on the roller coasters, we'll be fine.
Oh my gosh,
if they
because he'd be
drop-
pelting everybody. You know what I wondered too? Why are roller coasters over water? So maybe if one of us fall out,
Are you kidding? Any fall from any height is going to be problematic, depending
but
on
the
how
roller-
you enter the other medium. So it's water for you, hey, but yeah.
but the roller coaster underwater, maybe that's the reason why. Imagine if somebody go diving under there, how much treasure they'll find, including my $105.
You know what I want to see? I want to see an underwater roller coaster.
Maybe one of
That'd be
those
kinda cool.
exists. I
Wow.
don't think one of those exists.
That would be
yes,
kinda cool.
that's in Bahamas at the
yeah?
hotel where you go. But it's not a roller coaster. You yourself go under where you see the big stingrays.
Okay, no,
and
I
stuff.
want to be like, I don't know, like that train-like thing, like a chute. So for some of it, it's open, but then, of course, that might be problematic if you have a defect. Imagine you going on water, right, and it doesn't
Boy,
close.
it opens.
And you're under there for like a minute. And
That's it.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. But if you were in it all the time when it was closed and you made sure of that, and you just say like, you know,
You ain't
that'd
no
be kinda
fish,
cool.
boy. You ain't no fish.
That'd be kind of cool, actually, to see that. Can you imagine touring the caves like that?
Oh man.
Does somebody have that idea? I know we have like underwater hotels, so the caves and the coral
touch it.
and all these things.
You can touch it.
Yeah. All right.
Dueling Dragons, Florida. The Dragon Challenge, known as the Dueling Dragons, from 1999 to 2010, are a pair of intertwined inverted roller coasters. Yeah, I rode those. Look like you're going to bump into each other. Inverted roller coasters in Universal Studios of Adventure in Orlando, Florida. The ride was themed to two chasing dragons, one side being a Chinese fireball, and the other side a Hungarian horntail. I think I was on the Chinese fireball.
Yeah.
They literally run against each other and then eventually we meet up and we look like we're going to boot up, but then we cross like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun. I did it. I did it.
The only time I want to see China and Hungary go head to head is in a boxing match, okay? That's me.
No, but Jamie, it's fun because, as I said, you're turned over. So you feel like, oh my God, head-on collision. No.
Yeah. Did I mention I won't be in the ring? All right, I'm not going to be a referee either. I'll be
Listen, I'm
outside of
taking
it.
you to Universal.
Outside of it.
We are going to conquer all the rides,
Imagine that.
including those at Hogwarts.
Wait, GMS scan goes international? Is that what we're doing?
Exactly.
Is that going to be like a spin like when Ernest goes to camp?
International. Yes,
Like,
we
yeah.
are.
All right.
Look at that.
Okay, this one looks a little,
That
well,
looks
no, that's a
nice.
little too high for me. Sorry.
I've
I'm looking
never
at the
seen
back
this
there.
one. No, I've
Looks
never
engaging,
been.
though. All right, so
Oh,
this is
that's
in
Germany.
Germany. Terran is a multi-launch steel roller coaster. So it was the fastest multi-launch roller coaster in the world, launching at a speed of 80 kilometers or 49.7 miles per hour. That's not too bad. During the course of the ride, the train crosses over or onto its own track 116 times at 58 intersecting track points, more than any other launched roller coaster in the world. So this one's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't mind the launch speed, though. It's not that bad.
Bad. It's not like the extreme one.
Yeah, it's actually faster than, well, roller coasters go fast anyway. Our speed limit here, the maximum one is what, 40?
Oh, man.
If anybody drives 40 and you've been driving for a while, and this, you know, kudos to you. Hortensia doesn't
Too
drive at 40.
slow. I drive at 40 for the police watching.
Oh, yeah, I know that because I'm driven behind you. I swear you drive like you're on a roller coaster.
Jeremy wants to get me locked up. He doesn't want me to come in the house, guys. He wants to get me thrown in the caboose.
Oh, man. It's all these rides that get to you, Hortensia. You're like, ah. Me hit the
Listen, I
gas.
told you I love the adrenaline rush. Love it, love it. Look at that, the Intimidator 305. We got to say it in the Arnold voice. It's in Virginia. Ooh, so the next time I go to Virginia, that's where I'm heading. Team to Racing, the Intimidator 205 is named after the late NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt, who was commonly known as the Intimidator, standing at 305 feet, okay, and reaching speeds up to 90 miles per hour. It is the second giga coaster to be built in North America. The Intimidator 305 has a first drop 300 feet. 90 meters down, which reaches a maximum descent angle of 85 degrees.
Yeah, it's intimidating enough for me never to get on it. Yeah.
Why? Come on, we
Do
gotta
you
go.
see that? You're dropping 300. Okay, so it's 305 feet high, right? But the maximum drop is 300. Do you realize that when you're done with that drop, you're literally 5 feet away from the ground?
That?
300. No, sorry. Nah. Never going to happen. Yeah.
Jamie, that's so cool. Then that means you cannot go on Rapid Rocket then. Because when you take off, you feel like your deck's going to come off. Am I scaring you a little bit? No.
Not really
but it's good. Look, I'm alive.
Yeah,
and I've been doing this for years.
That's awesome. And other people
and I have no
too.
injuries. Exactly.
And other people
with
are
their
too.
hands out.
Yeah. The statistician in me wants to check the probability of accidents in these things. And it's like, yeah.
0 accidents.
Seriously.
Jamie, you need to go.
Seriously. Like, nuts and bolts. What are the chances that one of them will get loose? What happens
Not
in that
on your
instance
day.
if you're going at 170 miles per hour or, whatever, you're dropping 200 feet?
Everything's been checked before departure.
That's why there are lawsuits. Anyway, all right. That's exactly why there are lawsuits.
I've never been on this
or
one.
you sign that you can't do that, right? You're giving away your rights in the event of. Yeah, those disclaimers. All right, let's take a look at number 6, the Steel Dragon 2000. Everything with the dragon cleaner. So Steel Dragon 2000 is the world's longest roller coaster. The Steel Dragon 2000 got its name because it opened in 2000, the year of the dragon in Eastern calendars. It is a wild 4-minute ride, which will send you plummeting from 94 meters or 307 feet high and reaching speeds of over 150 kilometers or 95 miles per hour. Would you look at that?
So this is plunging you much lower than the previous one.
Only 7 feet lower.
About.
That's the longest ride. That looks so interesting, though.
Yeah, I like the twirlies. And I now know why I haven't gotten to it, because it's in Japan. I'll be going there soon.
I'm assuming, okay, great. I'm assuming that this ride doesn't actually go over the parked cars, because if they did, then I would suggest that when you park your car, you put a mattress on the top of it. Just saying.
Not even a mattress.
It's not water, right? It's like a hard surface and metal.